What's up, Tossers? This is C2 Productions coverage of Indianapolis Disc Golf Club's 2025 Match Play Championship, put on by Zach Kemmer and Kevin Gillen. A couple of great TDs for this one. Real quick, you can see our bracket here. We've already busted the 32 down to our final two. It'll be Steven Yoder, Fenn, as we call him, versus one of these two, Josh Fortney or Ryan Beavers. I'm here with two-time Tyler Fischer and Nate Danger Sharkey of Sharkey Bagel Company. My name's Zach Hall, and we are here at Disc Golf Mart. Who we got on the card today, guys?
We got Josh Fortney, CFO MPO champion of the past, one of the pillars of the community, great player, great guy.
Here we are with Ryan Beavers, 943 rated, three-time HCO champion, MP40 champion of 2023.
These guys are pretty good friends. They're both pretty prominent pillars in the Hamilton Disc Golf Union and the Indianapolis disc golf scene in general.
Looks like Fortney wins the toss. Starting off here on hole 9 because we're playing the back 9, so this is the first hole of our match. Pretty simple shot. You want something that's moving pretty straight most of the time, maybe finishes a little bit right. Some players might look forehand, some players might look for a flippy turnover. The only real danger is the creek that runs along the right side. If you hit a tree, you can bounce into that pretty easily.
Here we are with Fortney getting us started. Looks like he's going to start us off with his fusion evidence on forehand, hitting that left side, just looking to swing it in.
This is actually a Justice, Tyler. That's Moses. His dog died on top. We miss Moses real bad.
R.I.P. Moses.
It's a great shot. We got Beavers up. Looks like he's going to go backhand. If we know Beavers, this is going to be a rock.
Yeah, looking to swing something in. Looks like it's just going to kind of stay out there. Circle's edge for him, though.
That long grass kind of shuts down any kind of skip or play. A little bit of a long one for your first putt of the match.
Can't tell if he's in or outside circle. I'd ask if I were him, but either way.
He's lining something up. Looks good. No shot.
Let's take another look at this.
That is a brutal splash out.
Yeah.
It's low. It is a little right. You can see
It
from that
was
angle.
right, but that's one you want to start with.
Under the top of the cage and still pops out.
Here Josh goes to secure first hole.
From about 15 feet, and yeah, just pops it right in. Starts off one up.
It's in.
That's pretty Fortney right there. So that'll do it for the first hole. Second hole coming up. Course hole 10 also runs along the creek. We're going to be playing from the long pad. It's pretty straight shot. You could go forehand, you could go backhand. Just want to keep it DRY.
Yeah, most players looking to throw something neutral on either of those lines. Maybe a little bit of flip up on the backhand, but still something that's going to finish left. Looks like Josh has a praxis from Thought Space here.
And with this layout, we are playing the wooded 18 here at Fall Creek, and starting here on 9 through 17, this is the side you are going to want to try and put it close because, as we all know, 19 through 27 is always looming in the back of your head, so you're going to want to dial it in here on these shorter holes here. And looks like Beavers is going back to that DX Rocks. Goes a little early, but finds that little sneaky left-hand gap, and he will have a look.
That's 2 tee shots that have gone early for him. I don't think he's found his footing yet.
Another kind of 40-ish footer. He does
boy.
go to the jump this time, sends it a little long. It is worth noting we are playing match play, so he knows Josh has something close. He's got to run it because he's hoping to tie the hole at this point, keep Josh from going 2 up. We'll see if he can do it with this putt from, again, about 12 feet.
Yeah.
Cleans that one up, too. Moves him 2 up.
Hole 11, course hole 11, our third hole of the day. Pretty short, very often aced. Hole 11, it's got pretty much a forehand line or a backhand turnover, maybe a lefty hyzer line. But there's a sneaky gap on the right nobody ever really takes because it's scary, but if you can hit it, it's pretty great.
Going to the short pin, it looks like Fortney is going to be going with his 17, I believe, Sexton Firebird, just trying to get something to skip up in there, moving through that left-hand gap.
Effortless.
Yep, has done just that. You can go ahead and pick that one up for him.
As pure as the driven snow.
Hard to imagine something getting closer. Here with Ryan, going to try to emulate the same shot.
Yeah, he's going with his A2 here.
I'll throw you $1 CTP on Beavers. Whoa. What?
A little bit of an awkward reaction off the long grass, but
Yeah, we'll have to walk that off for the $1, Nate.
looks like Fortney might be a little closer.
Camera angles.
They're both picking it up. We're going to move on to hole 4 here. course hole 12, and really the only danger here is going to be this water looming long, and it is closer than it appears.
It's only about 20 feet, maybe 15 feet long.
Yes, and as you will notice here, that this left-hand gap has opened up now that we have lost a tree, and it looks like Fortney is going to just try and punch a putter right through there. I believe this is going to be his fission proxy.
Yeah, just hoping for something straight. Stay off the trees. Sort of exactly like that. Yeah,
Yep,
he's
yep.
been in command of this tee pad, forcing Ryan to throw everything close, shot after shot. See if he's up for it. Looks like Mr. AVR himself, man is more AVR than human, throwing a KC Pro AVR off the tee here.
Yes, and he is definitely
Sneak.
showing you
Okay,
exactly why he is more
Yes,
AVR
sir.
than human right there.
There
Puts
it
it off
is.
the pole, tap in,
And Beavers will hit his head on the cage if he tries to pick that up.
and Fortney makes his putt to keep it at 2 up.
That's good. You know, Ryan's getting close. That's maybe putting a little bit of pressure on him. Josh isn't thinking he can walk away with every hole.
Josh has been playing pretty comfortable so far, but here we are on our 5th hole. It's course hole 13. Runs right up along Fall Creek, and it is a tight tunnel. Pretty much a flip-up shot. Anything you can throw straight. Don't clip a tree or you will be wet. Also, the recent rain has brought some sand up near the basket, so you can kind of just go right at it.
Yeah, it looked like Fortney's going back to his
Oh.
thought space practice here. It
Oh
looks
boy,
like he
oh boy.
held on to it, but looks like he's getting that local love there and sneaks on through.
Yeah, it's
Scary.
going to be maybe 25, maybe closer to 30 feet from that tree.
He still didn't like the throw.
Ryan stepping up. Local company here, ABC Disc, shout out, Flying Squirrel. We believe that's what this one is.
Yes,
Oh,
little
yeah.
understable mid, flips it up perfect. If it finishes, it's
That is
Stay off the tree. Yes,
that's
sir.
a flying
Flying
squirrel
squirrel.
doing flying squirrel things.
We like
Craig
that.
Myers, shout out.
That's a very good shot.
and this is going to be Fortney's first test of the day, really. With Beavers putting it close, Fortney knows he's going to have to make this, and let's see if he can get it done here. He's going to be putting with his popcorns today.
I was out on the course. I actually lined up behind Josh here. Both of those trees are kind of in the way. It's hard to pick up on the camera, but he's got a little bit of magic to work. Only a little bit of the basket visible. See if he can sink it.
Puts it right on line. It looks like he got the nub, though.
It's tough.
Yeah. If Josh misses, he tends to miss nose down.
So Ryan stepping up to a very close one. Just secure the hole here.
Yeah, looks like he's going to tap it in and move it back to 1 down for him. So
Just a ho-hum tap in for Beavers there.
Yeah.
we are going to move on to hole 14 here. Playing into the B position. It's just going to be a slight little backhand turnover for these two players, I believe.
Yeah, you could do a relatively neutral forehand, but I think these guys are both going to look for that flip up.
Yeah, Beaver's going to his star T-bird here. Looks
Nope,
like he
nope, no,
catch
no.
it. Oh,
Oh, okay,
We've been
okay,
talking about
okay.
talking about ricochets all day. We get one that's looking pretty bad, but then second kick puts him back in the middle, probably about 45 feet.
That's that Fall Creek course karma for him.
Fortney going with his star leopard, trying to just put a little turn on it
Oh,
and
that's
get
going to
through.
square that big one.
Looks like
Ooh.
Oh, he sneaks by.
turning the catch cam.
Oh, man.
That's always a good shot.
And Fortney's going to be living in Fortney land, and that is 12 feet from the basket.
He's been pretty consistent today.
All right, Beavers is practicing the stepper. So I
As you
think
can
we-
see, that second tree was definitely some love. It gave him an open look here.
it's got it
Little
up,
jump.
but oh, you can see that is
Yeah.
just that is a little too far right. Either Anheuser cocked
Never-
his wrist.
Never
so-
stabled up.
All right, Popcorn's trying to put him in the bin again.
Yep, we got a redemption putt coming up. Let's see if he can make the correction from last hole. And
There
Yeah.
it is.
It's
In
in.
the microwave, hit the popcorn button.
Fortney knows how to make the
Yep,
correction.
he's back to 2 up with that. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to C2 Productions. We have a very special announcement here for our first video.
Absolutely. We are going to be giving away a disc.
What disc is that, Zach?
It's a very special disc for today, the day that we recorded, which was the day that they released the 2025 Nate Sexton Proto Glow Halo Firebird.
Congratulations to Nate Sexton on his major win in the MP40 at the Tim Solinsky Masters Cup.
It's his first Masters win, baby.
We are going to give away the disc to one lucky subscriber who comments on the video.
Positively.
You have until the end of the month. Best of luck, Tosser.
Thanks
Go.
again.
moving on to hole 15. We got a long tunnel here. Most of the players playing long pad are probably going to look for the forehand shot, something that can go straight but finish to the right. A lot of players with the big arm are actually going to look to finish over here on the right side of your screen, kind of go past that clump of trees rather than where our drone flew. We'll see Josh is stepping up here with a Ricky Destroyer, I believe. So definitely big disc for a big arm.
Yeah, and he pushes it through that initial gap like we were talking about.
Big. Careful.
And he turns the catch camera for 2 holes in a row.
Yeah, that is a bush that is right by the basket, but that is going to be heavily obstructed. We'll have to see if he has.
We got Beavers here. He's also going with a Star Destroyer here. Let's see if he can hit that initial gap and get something moving to the right there.
You're going to want to keep this in front of the catch cam.
Oh, yeah. They keep it low. There is a little bit of danger if you get too high through that tunnel.
Fade.
Ryan's got it catches the edge of that bush, so we might actually have a look, whereas Josh looked like he was on the other side.
But if you've ever played this hole, you're taking it in that bush every time instead of an early tree kick in that tunnel.
Absolutely.
Like we were saying, that initial tunnel it's a little longer than it looks on the drone footage. So
I mean, if you play this course at all, just about every hole on these back 18 you get a lot of shots that look just like this. You threw a pretty good throw, a little kick, a little too far, and now it looks like this.
Fortney's looking up into the air here.
Yeah, he's trying to make some magic happen. That's a Axiom Discs pitch on a little forehand line.
Oh, that's an ultimate pass right there. That's just getting it over the defense, Nate.
Yeah, that was an excellent little flick.
And here we are with Beavers. He's actually looking opposite of Fortney. He's gonna.
Oh, there he is.
He found a little gap here. He's gonna go low. Beavers is no stranger to a nice little baby Anheuser putt here, so let's see if he can find something here. Just sails it a little bit.
Caught some early leaves and still had enough to get there.
Yeah, maybe a little off to the right, maybe a little high. When you're putting from down low, you got to give it height, got to get the nose up. But Ryan would have liked to have brought the lead back to only 1 there.
It's a push, but Fortney stays 2 up.
Yeah, and that is going to go ahead and bring us on to hole 16 here. And with this new C pin location, I think this might become a new contender for the hardest hole on this side with the previous hole. Because as you can see, you're going to see a very, very small initial gap here, and it's not going to give you much room to work with. And let's see, Fortney's going to show us what to do with his Halo Destroyer here.
And that did move pretty early.
Catches a branch, but it's still got some heat to it.
And that's all you're really looking for on this hole is something to get through clean and moving left. I believe Beavers is going to go with his Destroyer as well here.
Kind of look for the same kind of shot.
Yeah, if one exists.
Looks like he lets it go a little early, but
a little slip,
not
gobbled up.
Uncommitted, and we hit a tree.
That's 2 Beavers he's kind of just let out early, but, they both kind of squeaked into positions that, he can manage.
And this shot's showing you how hard it can be to access that pin, but Ryan's got nice for him.
Yeah.
Goes long.
Fortney must be close.
Yeah, he was not scared of
going for that.
And, Zach, you were right. This is where Fortney ended up. This is a dream drive on this hole.
Yeah, my knees are knocking if this is me. Just getting there is absolutely beyond hope.
Edges.
So knocking this down would be so big.
And
there
on the pole. Puts it on the pole. Let's take a look at this again.
Whew. I know we're only almost 9 holes through, but that's about a dagger. Going 3 up right there on that.
Yeah, that missed putt on 13 really sparked something in him there.
Here we are on hole 17, 9th of our round. You got a short little drive that you want to finish right, so you could look for a turnover here, could look for a forehand. Kind of depends what kind of player you are.
Grass is a little bit. Grass is not only a little bit tall, but a little bit sticky, so there's not a lot of ground play.
Fortney going back to a Sexton Firebird. He wants it to get down.
It does.
A little long, but he's got a putt.
Yeah, about 20 long. Inside circle, though, with the wide open look.
Ryan knows he's got some strokes to make up, so he is looking to zip one even closer.
Yeah, he's going with this fusion evidence here. Hits that gap. If he gets the skip, it's good.
Oh, he got one.
Yes.
Hey.
Pick it up.
That tree is less than 5 feet away.
Yeah, he's going to put some pressure here on Josh to keep it at 3 up.
A 3-up lead going into this third 9 is crazy.
And it's definitely a lead you want because we all know what this back 9 at Fall Creek can like.
And he
And
sinks it.
Fortney does Fortney things there. Let's take a look at this one again.
Another angle.
Moving into the back 9, and like we were saying, we
Perfect.
know that back 9 is looming. Long, tight tunnels. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, anything can happen on that back 9. You get a lot of breaks, not into the creek, but off into some long stuff.
I'd like to thank C2 Productions and Ethan Moistner for putting this together. Indy Disc Golf Club for putting on the tournament.
Yep, big shout out to Zach Kemmer and Kevin Gillen. A lot of behind the scenes work on the tournament.
And thanks to both of you guys, 2-time and Nate Sharkey.
Thank you,
We'll
guys.
see you guys on the back 9.
We'll be there. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'll be there.